Around this time last year, you may remember, where Schumacher attempted to dive for a ball driven into left center field while playing left field and injured his shoulder. Fly ball straight away center. Bourne is there. 2 up, 2 down. But so far, real good for Schumacher. And by and large, outside of a concussion, Chris, for Devin Mesoraco and the injured shoulder to Billy Hamilton, it has been a good camp. From an injury standpoint, you always knock on wood when you say it.
Well, you're right, and it's even been good so far from an injury standpoint of getting guys back who were injured last year. Brian Pena had off-season elbow surgery, coming along very fine. Homer Bailey had surgery back in August for a flexor mass in his elbow. He's coming back and seemingly on track.
The one guy who's just not responded to really all the treatment and all the work they've been doing on him, and he's pretty much for the time being a non-factor as far as being ready in the foreseeable future, is reliever Sean Marshall.
He was due to throw today. I spoke to him very briefly before he went out to throw, and he was excited about getting back on the mound again. But he's had little setbacks, and anytime you have a shoulder, that's the one injury that they really haven't figured out yet, how to have the kind of success with that they've had with elbow operations, especially Tommy John surgeries.
Brandon Phillips, 2 down, nobody on, and a breaking ball is swung on and fouled out of play. Kluber originally was a San Diego Padre, 4th-round draft pick back in 2007. He was involved in a huge trade, 3-team trade, going from San Diego to Cleveland. St. Louis was involved in that deal, and a couple of notable names in it. Jake Westbrook, former Indian right-hander, going to St. Louis. Ryan Ludwig, former Red, was involved in that deal, going to San Diego. And what a trade that turned out to be for the Indians. Kluber pitched in 3 games, all out of the bullpen in 11. 12 starts, got kicked around in 2012, and then came on strong in 13 before winning the Cy Young a year ago.
You know, the thing that I really like about Corey Kluber and his deliveries, you watch how very quiet he keeps his head. I mean, his head stays still, and because of that, he's really able to repeat his delivery and throw a lot of strikes.
Payoff pitch coming to Brandon Phillips with 2 down and nobody on here in the Reds' top of the 1st inning. We'll do it again. You know,
one of the questions I guess you would have with Corey Kluber is, all right, well, if he threw 235 innings last year, that's tops for him so far. He's 28 years old. Will he be as strong this year, especially going down the stretch? Not only 235 innings, but 269 strikeouts. So he threw a lot of pitches last year.
And that one misses up and in, and Brandon Phillips draws a 2-out walk. You know, you talked about how close that balloting was over Felix Hernandez of Seattle. And more than likely, it was these numbers right here, the final 5 starts of the year that sealed the deal. Look at those numbers, 54 strikeouts and 5 walks in 40 innings and an unbeaten record. Man.
Well, the Indians were right in it really until the last weekend of the season last year. They won over 90 games the year before last, and Kluber really turned it on.
Now catcher Devin Mesoraco. He was out for a little more than a week before returning a couple of days ago against the Cubs. He had suffered that concussion, taking another foul ball off the face mask. His first game back was against the Cubs on Sunday, caught Johnny Cueto. He had 2 plate appearances, had a hit, had a walk, came back and caught again yesterday. All of a sudden, Kluber having a hard time throwing strikes. 3-0 on Devin.
Yeah, mainly trying to get the ball down.
Ten of his 17 pitches to begin this inning have been out of the strike zone. And there's one right down the heart of the plate. 3-1 to Mesoraco. An all-star for the first time a season ago was Devin. Got married in November, and then when the Reds were on their winter caravan, Mesoraco got word as he was getting off the bus on one of the stops that he is rewarded with a 4-year contract. Check swing, and that'll do it for the Reds in the opening inning. They leave a man. We get a look at Mike Leake when we return. Bottom half of the first inning, and Terry Francona in his 3rd year with the Tribe. His lineup has Bourne, Kipnis, and Brantley. Brantley had a great season in 2014. Santana, Moss, and Gomes in the middle. Chisenhall, the third baseman. Brett Hayes, the catcher. Lindor at short. Mike Leake, like many of the other Reds pitchers, whether it be starters or relievers, is just having an outstanding spring.
Well, Mike Leake came to camp really trying to get better with his changeup. That was the one pitch last year that he will tell you that he really needed some improvement on. And he's, like most major league pitchers in the first few years of their career, that changeup takes a lot of different forms, different grips, different finger pressures, and so on. But he's a quick worker, isn't he? I mean, he's just thrown 3 pitches in a hurry to the leadoff hitter Bourne, and just like that, he's down on the ground ball. And that's one of the keys to Leake. I mean, he knows he's going to be a contact pitcher. He needs to keep his defense on the balls of their feet ready to go. And he's not one of these guys that's going to be worried about the time clock. In fact, they ought to be worried about him getting into the batter's box. You better be ready to go.
Well, he's standing there on the edge of the rubber waiting for Jason Kipnis to get back in the batter's box. And here we go. 1 away. No score. Bottom of the first inning. Kipnis, an all-star, you may remember, in 2013. And then last year at the end of April, he tore an oblique muscle on the right side of his abdomen area. Went on the DL for a month. He did not homer after coming back over the final 2 months of the season. In fact, did not knock in a single run in the final month of the year when they really needed it. And they're hoping he's the player that he was in 2013 and not the injured one from last year. Back up the middle, hits the bag. Boy, that's played beautifully by Cozart. That ball appeared to hit the top of the bag. We know Cozart, despite his offensive struggles from a year ago, he is among the very best in Major League Baseball at short. As you get a look, Reds with regulars Hamilton, Bruce, Phillips, Cozart, Frazier, Mesoraco. And the way Negron is playing, Chris, he's almost appearing to be a lot to make this club.
Well, he shows a lot more now that he's completely healthy than we've seen in a long time. We've seen glimpses before with Christopher Negron. But, I mean, he might be the second fastest player on this team behind Billy Hamilton. He plays very fine defense, strong arm. He can hit with an occasional power. And he's not one of these guys that is complaining about not playing. He'll sit on the bench and play wherever you put him and be very happy about it.
That is the one thing about so many of the Reds, especially the guys that are pretty much penciled in to be the backup players. And there's still competition for one or two of those spots after the injury to Jason Bourgeois, who looked like he had a good chance to make this team. But Bourgeois could play the infield, play anywhere in the outfield. Negron yesterday played third. We've seen him play short, second, first, corner outfield. He's in left field today. Brennan Bosch played center field. He's been playing first base. Dominguez, the same thing. So there's nice versatility there when you add in Skip Schumacher as the primary backup player on this Reds team.
And he could be the primary backup outfielder or the primary backup infielder.
3-1 to Michael Brantley. And that's just off the outside corner. At least that's what Pat Holborn said. That's a 2-out walk to Michael Brantley. When you get to know him a little bit from a personality standpoint, there really aren't a lot of highs and lows with Mike Leake. He is a very level-headed, even-keeled young man, great competitor, terrific athlete. We know all that. But, Chris, I'm curious, do you think there's anything to added pressure that he could put on himself as he's gone from really the last couple of years being the number 5 starter in the rotation? Maybe last year you consider him number 4 in front of Alfredo Simon. But now all of a sudden, he's number 2 or number 3 when everybody's healthy. He'll be number 2 to begin the year because of the injury to Homer Bailey.
Well, I think you're asking me if a guy who came right from college baseball to the major leagues is going to be worried about moving up in the starting rotation. I don't think so. It didn't bother him when he came out of Arizona State and got placed right into major league rotation. So I think mentally he can handle any kind of adjustment like that. I think the Reds need to fill his spot that is vacated in the number 4 and 5 spots in the rotation. Remember with Alfredo Simon last year, a 15-game winner, that's out of your number 5 spot. If the Reds feel like they need to make up 12 games between, the 76 they won last year to 88 that would maybe get them into playoffs as a wild card this year, you got to find it somewhere, and the place to start is down there in the bottom of the rotation. Because when Simon left, he left that big hole of innings and obviously a lot of wins. So I'm not so sure that, there's 2 ways to judge a pitcher. One is by his stuff. And Mike Leake is one of these guys that you're wondering how he gets it done all the time. But then when you look at his cumulative numbers career-wise, he's 11 games over 500. His earned run average on a career is under 4. And he's just one of these guys that you don't worry about every 5th day. You put him out, you know he's going to give you a great effort. And at the end of the year, he's probably going to be a couple of games over 500.
Strike 3 call to Santana, and that will retire the side. A walk, and that's all. We played 1. No score in Goodyear, Arizona.
Curling up in bed.
Statement to Major League Baseball. The commissioner, the new commissioner, Rob Manfred, was at the facility today, and that was the topic of conversation. He talked about a few things, but the main questions were perhaps a timetable involving Pete Rose. Now, Pete Rose has been silent on this issue, and I think, guys, you can expect both parties to make it a private matter this time. In fact, Manfred met the media, and let's hear from him right now.
What I think I need in order to get up to speed on, the Dowd report, what Commissioner Giamatti decided, and then obviously give Mr. Rose and his representative an opportunity to let me know what they think I need to understand about the situation. I'm not going to, until I work through that, and I intend to work through it as a private matter, I'm not going to say anything about timetable.
Well, as Todd Frazier goes yard and big time. Guys, I've had some communication with Pete Rose, and this time around I think he's going to be silent, and as I said before, keep it a private matter. And I don't think the timetable is going to be soon. We'll have to wait and see, but it will be big news if the Hit King gets reinstated.
There is no debate about that whatsoever, nor was there about that ball and where it would end up when it left the bat of Todd Frazier.
Well, you know what? Some guys swing the bat, and when they make contact, the ball just sounds different. The sound of the bat hitting the ball when Todd Frazier hits it on the screws is different than a lot of other players. And that ball, a hanging slider, way, way back by the palm trees. Kluber was up wild in the first inning. He had a hard time getting the ball down, and that's a mistake pitch right there. That's what you're supposed to do with it.
The Reds hammered the Giants here yesterday. They hit 4 home runs in that game, and Frazier gets his first of the spring to give him a 1-0 lead in the second inning today. Jay Bruce looks at a ball down low. You and I had a chance to spend some time around the new commissioner, Rob Manfred, at our Fox baseball meetings in Los Angeles about a month ago. He is a very impressive guy.
He is. He seems like a very likable guy.
Yes, he is.
Personable, down to earth. I think he's trying to get as much knowledge as he can about all the different aspects of not just what it is to be the commissioner, but to try to hear from different people. You know, how can we improve baseball? How can we get the young people to start watching and coming out to games more? You know, how can we make everything better about baseball? How can the communication with players be better, and so on? So I'm hoping that it's one of these situations where he starts with Pete Rose and it only gets better from there.
Obviously, he has proven to everyone in a very short amount of time that he is his own man. Not only by the way he's going to at least listen to Pete Rose and his attorney and review the entire situation, but also the idea of tinkering with, a pitch clock down at the minor league level and examining not only the time of game, but Chris, as he expressed to you and me and some others, they also want to see if a pitch clock that they'll be using in AA and AAA, how it will affect the game itself, offensively, pitching, a number of other categories, not just the pure number time of game.
Well, I think the important thing is, Tom, to try to lessen the dead time. And, he made a good comment today about how, we asked him about the speed of the games in spring training. And the biggest difference between spring training is you don't see all that many in-inning pitching changes. You don't see 2 or 3 pitching changes in an inning trying to get matchups.
Boy, kept going back to that breaking ball time after time after time, and he gets Bruce looking. That's the first strikeout for Kluber.
What he couldn't do with Todd Frazier, he ended up being able to do exactly where he wanted to with Jay Bruce. That's to get that breaking ball down onto a spot.
One in, one out, and now Zach Cozart, the batter. Another breaking ball is low to Cozart. In 2012, Cozart hit 15 home runs for the Reds. A year later, hit 12 home runs and drove in 63 runs. And then look at the drop-off in 2014, where he homered just 4 times, knocked in only 38 runs.
So you ask yourself, which is the real Zach
Sure.
Cozart? I think the Reds are asking themselves the same question. Although they backed up their question with a move that they made with the Detroit Tigers, bring in Eugenio Suarez as a backup shortstop. He may start the season down in AAA, but he has been very good at the plate so far this spring.
Well, he sure has. Suarez, 7 hits and 21 at-bats, 5 runs batted in as a home run.
And he's made some nice defensive plays.
Started off shaky. You may remember the game we had, one of the two we had that first week of the year. That one hit the other way and right at the right fielder, and that'll be the second out of the inning. But I guess, Chris, ever since then, you've been around a lot more than I have here in Arizona this spring. You've been here the entire time. His defense has been very good of late.
Yeah. Well, you know, not one time has Brian Price ever indicated that the starting job does not belong to Zach Cozart. So the starters on this ball club are set. There are no openings at all. So everything that we see competitive-wise is trying to nail down a utility spot. And I think that they like Suarez enough, but they want him to be able to play every day, not just sit on the bench and come in from time to time, because he's still a young kid.
Big Donald Lutz, first pitch swinging, ground ball to Lindor, and that'll do it. Todd Frazier plays long ball here in the desert, giving the Reds a 1-0 second inning lead. Frazier a home run in the top half to give the Reds a 1-0 lead. Mike Leake facing Brandon Moss. Came over to Cleveland during the offseason. He had hip surgery during the offseason, so his spring training and playing in the games got off to a delay. But ever since coming on, he's doing what Brandon Moss did there in Oakland, and that's hit the long ball.
Yeah, he's the kind of the left-handed enforcer in this lineup. Not going to hit for average a lot, but he's going to get up there and let it rip.
Moss so nearly gave up baseball just a little more than 3 years ago. You may remember he was floundering around with the Pirates. Was hitting in the 100s. Getting very little playing time, and then Oakland, as they tend to do, some would say they have to do, they'll give a player who's had some success in the minor leagues another chance. And my, oh my, did he make the most of it with the Athletics. Saw 25 home runs a season ago. Also be followed by Jan Gomes. He is their regular catcher today, the DH, and then their regular third baseman, and Lonnie Chisenhall. Leake rocks and delivers. And another ball pulled foul.
You know, this Indians lineup has some pop. I mean, it's not the kind of lineup that looks like they're going to sneak up and work you for a run here or there. They're going to kind of sit back and let it wail a little bit. Yan Gomes, tremendous power from the right side. We've seen Santana. Michael Brantley, legitimate middle of the lineup guy.
Moss gone swinging. Second strikeout of the game for Mike Leake.
They were working him in, and then Leake goes up and away what looks like maybe a four-seamer, maybe even a cut fastball, trying to clip that outside corner. But that's a lot of plate to cover. I mean, if you're the last pitch you hit and you hit it very sharply foul down the first baseline was down and in, and then you go almost 3 feet to the opposite part of the strike zone, that's a lot for a hitter's eye to make an adjustment to. Let's go, Yanni!
One out, nobody on for Yan Gomes. He looks at ball one. Gomes had a really nice year a season ago for these Indians, getting a chance to be an everyday player for the first time in the big leagues. They moved Santana, you may remember, over to first base. He hit down near the bottom of the order, but he still managed to hit 21 home runs. 74 runs batted in. That's second most among all American League catchers.
Well, they went out and got Gomes really on the recommendation of Kevin Cash. Cash had just joined the Indians coaching staff. He's now the manager in Tampa Bay, and said, you ought to go get this guy. He was a scout with Toronto, and he had scouted Yan Gomes in the past and thought that he could catch every day, and he liked his bat. Made the most of his opportunity last year.
Behind the back, Frazier. He's got a strong arm and shows it off there. We invite you to be a part of the action this season with the Nasty Boys Pick 6 plan presented by McDonald's. Guarantee your Nasty Boys triple bobblehead. You get 6 free McDonald's extra value meals. Plus, pick 5 additional games of your choice, including Super Saturdays featuring 9 bobblehead days. 513-765-7500. 28% off right now. High fly ball off the bat of Chisenhall. Battling that bright sunshine out there in left field is Negron, and that'll end the inning. Down and order. Reds lead 1-0.
It's Cactus League action here on Fox Sports Ohio. I'm Jim Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. My pleasure to welcome in Brian Pena, one of the good guys in the game. How's camp going for you so far?
It's great, man. I'll tell you, next time that I'll be on TV with you guys, it's going to be better, you know. last time I went like 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts or something like that. It wasn't that fun, you know. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. Right now we're getting some flower seeds, you know, from the Latin corner.
I thought that was done, but I guess not.
Oh, no. So I mean, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited that you know, things that they're doing great for us, and we're very excited to start the season.
How about personally for you? I know it took a while for you to get behind the plate. Was that they target it like that to kind of save you for the season? I know you're back behind there now. Goodness gracious, every time I start talking, someone hits a home run.
Well, then, Jim, you better talk all summer.
I mean, I think we're going to have to do this more often.
Yes.
Oh, because, I mean, we would really bring good luck to our ball club.
How about Negron? Tell me about Christopher Negron right now as he rounds the base.
He's amazing. He's amazing. You know, he's been doing such a great job for us. And, you know, he continues to do so. And, you know, I'm so excited to be, you know, his teammate. And he's one of the great guys. You know, he probably is going to compete with me with Good Guy Award.
I don't know. I think you got that one cornered. But I tell you what, he is right up there. There's no question about that as Billy Hamilton pops one in the air. I want to ask you, you talked about the Latin players behind us throwing sunflower seeds. One of those is Raisel Iglesias. You made the transition defecting from Cuba the same as he did. Some guys, it's an easier transition than others. How is his transition going?
Man, he surprised me so much. You know, he's doing so great. You know, he's trying to communicate with everybody in English, and you know, him and Jay Bruce, they developed a pretty good relationship. And Iglesias, every time, you know, talking to Bruce in English and Bruce talking to him in Spanish, and you know, they're doing great. You know, they're doing great together. But you know, he want to learn. You know, he want to continue to improve his game, and you know, he want to learn so much about that. You know, the American culture that you see him asking questions, and he ain't shy at all. And that's a great thing. You know, it's a great thing to see. You know, a young kid coming from Cuba and doing his thing, not just on the field but off the field too.
Red bats continue to be hot as we talk here. Digging for 3 right here. And it looks like he's going to be in there. Skip Schumacher with the triple. I got one more question about Raisel Iglesias. If I met...
to do this. We need to continue to do this.
I'll just talk all game, all summer long. Raisel, you've been behind the plate to catch him. The news coming that they're going to give him a shot to stretch him out to perhaps go in the rotation. Put you on the spot. Is he ready to be in the rotation?
I think he is. You know, I think he proved it yesterday. You know, it was great to see him doing that. You know, he's very exciting. He's been working very hard for this opportunity. You know, that's what he really wants. You know, he want to go out there and help us to win. But you know, especially being you know, and having a shot to have an opportunity to be a starter. That's what he really want to be at. You know, and yesterday he was there. He threw. You know, he threw great. You know, I believe that he's ready for you know, his next step, and he really wants that. So his desire and his passion for the game, you know, says a lot. And you know, I hope that he can continue to do well, and I hope us to win.
Well, I appreciate your time. If the bats go silent, we're going to call you back down here and start talking again. All right.
You should. And he's for free too.
All right, boys. Good guy of the year, of the century, Brian Pena.
I like the way he said my competition for the Good Guy Award is Christopher Negron.
He's already sizing up, isn't he?
He is.
He's checking out who the really good guys are and find out how tough it's going to be to repeat.
Reds have a lot of good guys on this team. They have a lot of guys that could easily win that award. Brandon Phillips digging in there after Schumacher triples into right center field. And the Indians will bring their infield in, now trailing 2-0 with 1 out here in the 3rd. Brandon takes a strike. He thought it was low.
Well, Brandon not about to go after a pitch he thinks is low, because the idea here with the infield in, you don't want to get it on the ground. You want to pop it into the outfield and get a sacrifice fly at the very least. So Kluber's trying to keep it down. Brandon's looking for something up.
Three balls and a strike to Brandon Phillips. And there's ball 4 to Brandon, and that is the second time he has drawn a walk from Kluber. That'll give Devin Mesoraco a try. The Indians clearly are not in the St. Patrick's Day spirit here today like you are, Mr. Welsh, or like the Reds are for that matter. At least the Reds are wearing the green hats. You brought the green bow ties for Bow Tie Tuesday to go with our green, brand new green Fox Sports Ohio shirts.
I actually had 3 bow ties, one for you, one for Jim Day, one for me, and I never did see Jim before the game. I expected to see him up in the dining room, but lo and behold, he didn't show up. He must have found another source for his corned beef.
Well, I know one thing. Jim Day has lost in the neighborhood of about 25 pounds so far this winter. And I know he'll tell you that, he has a long way to go. But Jim's looking good. I'm proud of you, Jimbo.
Well, not only that, but he has turned himself into the cook of the household.
Really?
While his wife Stephanie is off working all winter, he is at home cutting up vegetables and preparing intricate dishes.
Well, on the foul ball, Jim, can we check in with you? How's that coming along?
It's coming along well, actually. I think I even surprised myself. I was the king of, I could make a mean peanut butter and jelly and grilled cheese.
Without tearing the bread?
Yeah, exactly. But now I'm actually doing a lot of things with fish and vegetables and eating real food. It's nice on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
I know. Taking after Chris Welsh.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I had a little birdie tap me on the shoulder as that one gets away from the catcher, and here comes Schumacher, and he will score, and that'll make it a 3-0 Reds lead. On the second goes Brandon Phillips.
Well, this one was really missed the mark when you see the catcher kind of awkwardly go after it off to his right. He wasn't sure whether he ought to backhand that ball. And Brett Hayes sees that ball go all the way to the backstop and pushes runners up, including a run. So 3-0 now. So what did that little birdie tell you, Tom Brenneman?
Well, a birdie did land on my shoulder talking about a number of topics. Very early this morning I was awake after going through the time change coming in the night before. That one going to get away. Off to first is Mesoraco. The throw in time. That's out number 2, and Brandon Phillips goes on to third base. But believe me, I am thrilled at the eating habits of you and now Jim Day. But the birdie said something along the lines, and it may have been lost in translation, about Jim Day burying a couple of double burgers the other night. Is there any truth to that?
No. They were.
Wait a minute. Are you saying, is that your answer? You sound like a politician now. This might have a follow-up to it.
I'm doing better, but I am still human.
Buddy, I'm not beating you down.
Yeah, no, the In-N-Out burger is my weakness.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you can't take them with you. So you got to eat them here.
That's exactly right. You can't stick them in your pocket.
That's right.
Well, speaking of crushing, how about this from an inning ago? Frazier's first home run so far this spring.
I really see no reason to think that Todd Frazier's numbers from last year can't be repeated again this year. Some people are thinking, hey, you see what the new baseline for Todd Frazier. Now we expect even a little bit more, but I think a lot of Reds fans would take what he put up last year. Same for Devin Mesoraco. If you take that and then get regular Jay Bruce production out of Jay Bruce and a typical year that you hope for out of Joey Votto, this offense improves automatically.
1-1 to Frazier. That one in the dirt. Kluber is just having a woeful time trying to find the strike zone.
Who's having really the hard time is Brett Hayes. I think they're having a hard time figuring out what they want to throw and when he throws it, where it's going to go.
Frazier was a 2020 player a season ago. Only 5 of those in all of Major League Baseball. 2 of them are on the field here today, if you include Michael Brantley of the Tribe. Frazier 29 home runs and 80 runs batted in. The Reds feel like they have, depending on who's batting where, but it'll be the same cast of characters, starting with a new number 2 spot all the way through to the number 7 slot, that everybody has and is capable again of hitting 25 home runs or more in a season.
I thought the interesting thing there is the 20 stolen bases. It goes to show you how smart Frazier is as a baseball player. Not the fastest guy, but he'll take what you give him.
Well, he's going to need a new order of bats. He broke a pair of them in that trip to the plate against Kluber. But the Reds come up with a pair and lead 3-0 after 2.5. Helping young people to reach their full potential as productive, caring, and responsible citizens through programs that promote character and leadership education, healthy lifestyles that we were talking about a moment ago, and more. If you'd like more information, visit foxsportssupports.com. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Reds. No runs, no hits for the Indians against Mike Leake. Brett Hayes, a catcher. Francisco Lindor, the shortstop. And then Michael Bourne here in the Indians' third. That one down the left field line. They grown short of the track. 1 away. They grown made 2 beautiful plays here at third base yesterday. One behind the bag. Bouncer that went over top of the bag, backhanded, made a 1-hop throw to get the runner over to Joey Votto at first. And then drawn in at third, batter hit a bullet to his left. Went diving, really falling to one knee to his left, picked it up and threw the runner out. And he added, by the way, 3 hits in the game. First hit of the afternoon for the Indians comes from the number 9 hitter, Lindor. They're very excited about him.
Wasn't it a few years ago, Tom, where Miguel Cairo was like the super sub that the Reds had? Didn't matter where you played him, first base, second, you could play him at third, you could stick him in the outfield, and he was like the super sub. Like a 6-man on a basketball team that could really come in and pump people up. And it seems to me, from watching Christopher Negron here all spring and what he did last year, he played 4 different positions last year. He played around the infield, played some short, played some second, played some third, played a couple of different positions in the outfield. I mean, that may be the new spot that you would really characterize Negron as, is that kind of that super sub. He keeps popping the ball out like he did here an inning ago, though, and he may find some more playing time.
Michael Bourne, the batter. I'm just always amazed, Chris, and, you know, you've seen it as a player and as a broadcaster. It is always so fascinating. You see it oftentimes with kids or friends of your kids. In the grand scheme of things, Negron is still a kid.
28.
But, you know, last year when he came to camp, he was coming off a terrible 2013 year. And he had been 4 years in a row at the AAA level. It looked like he was going to be stuck there in Louisville forever. He was injured the year before. And last year he was able to show a lot of his talents. Had a chance to make the team early, didn't. Came up, played very, very well. He looks like a completely different guy just the way he carries himself now. He looks like he believes and knows he's a major leaguer.
You know, guys mature at different rates, and they get to a level at a different age. And maybe it just took Christopher Negron, maybe because of that injury. He had a major knee injury that they weren't even sure whether he was going to be ever able to play at this level again.
Well, that one was shot right past Brandon Phillips to the glove side.
Well, I think it comes with added confidence. He obviously has strengthened his legs. His knee is no longer a problem at all. The Reds are the beneficiary of having a guy hang around just a little bit longer until he can really be a legitimate big leaguer. First threat the Indians have been able to put on Mike Leake. He's been cruising right through the first 3 innings, or at least the first 2+. Now he's got a couple of runners on base.
A lot of folks wearing white shirts in the crowd. It almost appeared as though Phillips never saw that ball coming off the bat. He was very late to react to that line drive by Bourne. Now Kipnis, 2-on. Double play chance here. There's one, and that's a dynamic duo right there, Phillips and Cozart. As good as it gets at second and short.
Park, Arizona, Reds baseball on Fox Sports Ohio. I'm Jim Day, up here on the suite level, and it's my pleasure to bring in the principal owner and chief executive officer of the Reds, Bob Castellini, and appreciate your time, Mr. C. What are the impressions now that we're so many years into this? Your impressions of this squad right now?
We're pretty excited about the team. If our offensive punches back with Jay and Joey leading it, and Marlon Byrd is the great new addition, and people like Todd and Devin doing again this year what they did last year, we're going to have a offensive punch.
What do you think about the so-called preseason prognosticators picking you guys either 4th or 5th in the division? Think that helps? Puts a little chip on the guy's shoulders?
I read the Baseball Today's rundown of all the teams. It's especially interested in the National League Central report that they gave, and they picked us 4th, and that's just that's a very good place to be. We're very happy to be picked fourth.
You obviously have some pull somewhere, because this weather this year in Arizona has been off the charts. It's been a postcard type of day nearly every day here. This is a terrific place. I think people are finding out slowly that Arizona is a terrific place to have spring training.
It really is. The heat is dry and it's not that hot. So it's just very pleasant all day long. This lady came up to me on the street last year and she said, I know who you are. And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, I live in Siesta Key.
Uh-oh.
So I said, well, it breaks my heart that we really did let down a lot of people by moving out here, but it was the right thing for the team. I said, you really should come out and just try it. Just try one long weekend if that's all the time you have, but come out and spend some spring training time with us. And she lightened up a little bit and smiled a little bit. I mean, she said, I'd never do that because I like my beach. I said, well, ma'am, we've got 50,000 square miles of beach for you out there in Arizona. I'm very happy.
Yeah, I think people are converting along with me as well. One last question, Mr. Castellini. Do you feel the excitement? Do you sense it even from afar? 2015, hosting the All-Star game, how big it's going to be for the city of Cincinnati?
Yeah. We feel it throughout the entire organization. All the folks that have raised their hands to volunteer. I mean, we have something like 3,000 volunteers already. It's going to be an incredible testimony to what a great city we live in.
No question about that. And Tom and Chris, unfortunately, we interrupted a sandwich, and I'm going to let him get back to it.
Well, that's a good idea, because I know he would do the same thing for you.
Well, the question is, Jim Day, do you have a sandwich tucked away back there, maybe on the way out the door? And if you do, why don't you bring a couple over for Tom and me?
That's right.
Well, he did invite us, did invite me to the spread, but I'm being a good boy. But maybe I'll talk him into it.
Come down. We've got plenty of food.
Oh, come on over in between innings. You guys are right along the way. So
well, thank you, and thank Mr. Castellini. I know that Chris, you had a chance along with my dad and Jeff Brandley, and Jim Day was there, and some of the beat writers. A chance to have dinner with Mr. Castellini during spring training out here, about a week ago?
Really an honor. We went over to eat at the Sanctuary, one of his holdings out here in Arizona, and they've got a terrific restaurant there called The Elements. And it was very nice. We had a real spirited conversation that night with Mr. Castellini, his wife Susie, several of the writers, John Facey, Trent Rosecrans, Paul Doherty was there,
Mark
your dad
Sheldon.
was there, Mark Sheldon. All the radio and TV announcers. Unfortunately, you weren't in town, Tom, but it was really very interesting, other than the fact that the food is out of this world. It was very interesting to sit down and talk to Mr. Castellini and kind of hear what it's like to be on the owner's side. I mean, we hear about, and not just diplomatic speak, but I mean really getting down to it, or what some of the issues are, and how difficult it is to try to field a team year in and year out in a small to middle market, and how you do that, and why you make long-term deals with certain players, and why you have to trade away others, and so on. And I thought it was very enlightening, very interesting. And tell you what, I've had 3 different owners during my broadcast time as the Reds broadcaster, and we are lucky to have the Castellinis.
There's no question about that. on the Pirates. The opening series that's presented by Cincinnati Bell. Don't forget on Wednesday, April the 8th, that's the opening night game. Opening day, April the 6th, but opening night, April the 8th. The Reds players will be out on the red carpet in the fan zone. We'll have the first fireworks show of the year. 513-381-REDS. Three runs, 3 hits for the Reds. No runs, 2 hits for the Indians. Leake got out of a 2-on, 1-out jam in the third, inducing the ground ball double play off the bat of Jason Kipnis. So
and he did that. Yeah, he did that, Tom, with that pitch that we mentioned at the very top of the game here, that he's trying to improve a little bit this year, that changeup. Pitch that he went down and away with. Left-handed hitter Kipnis came up and rolled right over on it. So I'm sure that he's encouraged with, at least the result he got from that, probably with the speed, the location, and the deception.
It's interesting, something you brought up earlier about, the Reds and the number of games they need to make up to try and get back to being a contending team as they were in 4 of the 5 prior years before 2014. It's interesting, you get 15 wins out of the guy who was your number 5 starter in Alfredo Simon. The guy who had really been their horse the 2 prior years, Matt Latos, what with the arm injury and the knee surgery very early in the year, he only won 5 games for the Reds last year. So, normally you'd be saying, gosh, our number 2 guy won 15 games for us last year, and our number 5 guy only won 5 games for us last year. It was a complete flip-flop of that in that Reds rotation a season ago, as there's a ground ball down the first for out number 1 here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, that really dictated by injury to Latos.
Sure.
No one anticipated that, and I'm not sure if anybody could have foreseen that coming along, like anybody. That's why you need, and we talked at the very onset about maybe the spots in the rotation will be filled by young guys. There are some old veteran guys in camp, like Jason Marquis, 36 years old. Paul Mahalam's been around about 10 years in the major leagues. Those are the veterans. But I thought it was very interesting what Brian Price said was that, if we're going to keep a veteran like Marquis or Mahalam, we want that guy to be on our pitching staff all year long. Because right now, they need 2 pitchers, numbers 4 and 5. And they need really number 3, too, because Homer Bailey will not be ready at the very beginning of the year. Maybe 1 start, maybe 2 starts. You don't really know.
Right.
But you don't want to get a guy who you think you may want all year long and then only have him for a couple of starts, and he's not really suitable for the bullpen. And I thought it was very interesting the way that Brian Price approached that and explained it, because he wants to keep as many options open as possible, but he's not afraid to use the minor leagues as a resting place for some of these guys.
We are scheduled to see Tony Cingrani pitch out of the bullpen today, and I'm going to wait until Cingrani comes into the game, Chris, for you to share perhaps some of your thoughts or opinions on the move that was made. It was really made 2 days ago, but it was handled internally 3 days ago. When Brian Price went to Tony Cingrani, he was scheduled to start the game here yesterday against the Giants. And he informed Cingrani that he is no longer considered to be a part of the starting rotation candidates, and that Cingrani would be better served pitching out of the Reds bullpen. They're going to need a left-hander down there. His inability really over the last, well, ever since we've seen Cingrani, as good as he was as a rookie, we knew that he was getting a lot of people out primarily, if not exclusively, with fastballs. And that secondary pitch has been slow to come along. While at the same time, we have seen the emergence of youngsters like Michael Lorenzen, the signing of Raisel Iglesias. You brought up Marquis. I mean, granted, it is spring training, and we're all sort of reluctant to wonder, can you really put a lot of stock into those results, good, bad, or indifferent? The results, though, for Marquis, he has been the best pitcher in Reds camp so far as a starter this year.
Well, you're right, and you're wondering how much you do put in the month of March, because you could be fooled in March and you could be fooled in September. But Marquis is a particularly interesting case. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we move on.
We go to the 5th. Reds with a 3-0 lead. Visiting T-Mobile All-Star Fan Fest, the world's largest interactive baseball theme park at the Duke Energy Convention Center. That'll be July 10th through the 14th. Find out more at allstargame.com. They are really doing an overhaul. It's been such a great fan experience for a number of years. But baseball felt like, and this is part of our conversation, Chris, with the new commissioner, Rob Manfred, a couple of weeks ago, the experience this year is going to be better than ever. And, of course, we're so fortunate to have the All-Star game this summer in Cincinnati and so excited about it. Ryan Shaw now takes over on the mound. Rock solid out of that Indians bullpen.
Well, you're not kidding about that. Look at the 80 games for Brian Shaw. That is up 10 over the previous year, but he's been a workhorse wherever he's been. Originally drafted, signed by the Arizona Diamondbacks. He was in a deal that sent Drew Stubbs to Cleveland. Didi Gregorius ended up in Arizona. It was one of those three-way deals that took him from Arizona here to Cleveland, and he has been some kind of a workhorse ever since.
First pitch swinging. There's Negron again. He homered his first time up in a single this time after a 3-hit game against the Giants here yesterday. So Kluber goes to front four, allows 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Fan 4, walked 2. Back to the top of the order, and Billy Hamilton, he has popped up to second and lined out to short. Shows bunt, pulls it away.
Well, you have the two speediest of the Reds here at the plate and then at first base. Hamilton, of course, the premier speedster maybe in the league. And you wonder how Brian Price will play it. You put the runner in motion right here. Billy Hamilton maybe want to drag one down the first base line since the first baseman has to stay on the bag.
The Reds have not done a lot of hitting and running during this Cactus League play as that one is thrown away on a pickoff attempt. Negron never stopped. He kept on running, and he gets in there easily.
Boy, that is aggressive running and good baseball. Well, he kept his wits about him. Negron did. By going in, standing up, he was able to see where that ball went. You can see how quickly that second baseman got to the ball, so it wasn't like it went all the way down the right field line. Guy's irrepressible. I mean, at some point, the way he's playing right now, you may force himself into the lineup somewhere. Now, what Billy's been trying to tell himself all spring long, keep the ball out of the air. Keep the ball out of the air. He's popped up twice. Here he wants to put it into the air. But he wants to put it into the air far enough to score a run from third.
That'll take care of business right there. Right back up through the middle. And the Reds now extend their lead to 4-0.
Bring the infield in and you open up a lot more angles than you do with that infield back. I'm not so sure if a second baseman playing normal position with Billy Hamilton running would make that play backhand and get him anyway. But he picks up an RBI. Now, we'll see if Billy wants to run.
The Reds have not had very good success running so far this spring. They've attempted 11 stolen bases. They've been successful only 3. That was one of the areas where Brian Price felt like this team was going to have a different look about it going into spring training this year and into the regular season this year, that they were going to be a much more aggressive base running team.
I think part of what he meant by that, Tom, is running the bases once you're on, meaning not necessarily a stolen base, but taking an extra base on what should be a double, but you only stop it for a single, or taking more bases on, say, a first to third situation. The Reds were very good, as I remember, you know, in 2013, 2012. I mean, the emphasis on base running, especially by their third base coach, Mark Berry, was a constant. They were really aggressive on the base pass. I think they lost a little bit of that last year.
One and one to Schumacher, and a breaking ball is off the inside corner. Shaw comes in the game, immediately allows a base hit, throws one away, trying to pick a runner off. Big run advancing on that errant throw all the way to third base, and Hamilton driving him in with a single up through the middle. 3-1 on Schumacher. That ball hit hard into left field, but they hadn't played that way. And Brantley able to track it down. Out number one in the inning. Fox Sports Live has all the highlights from the biggest games and the major newsmakers in the sports world. It's coming your way tonight and every night at 11 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. Now, you used the term earlier, sixth man, in reference to basketball. Tonight officially begins in Dayton, Ohio, as it does every year, the NCAA basketball tournament, where incidentally the Dayton Flyers will be playing on their home floor tomorrow night. How exciting will that be? Hamilton takes off, and don't even bother throwing. Easily a stolen base for Billy Hamilton. Now, Chris, I can't remember from spring training last year. Are you a bracket guy?
I'm a bracket guy, but I haven't finished my bracket, and I apologize for that. I meant to have that done because I figured we have a chance to talk about it, but I only have one team that I follow through the bracket so far. It's the same team everybody else has got, perhaps at the very end.
Your old home state.
Well, I have a couple of daughters that went through, were Wildcats when they were.
So does that link you into being officially like a fan?
Yeah, but not a temporary fan. I mean, I'm a legitimate fan because I've had actual money go to the University of Kentucky.
Good point. But you also have a son
at University of Louisville.
That's right.
Yeah. So I have a little soft spot there too.
Is DePaul University in the NCAA tournament?
Just missed.
Okay. All right. That would be in Indiana.
That would
DePaul
be a D3
with a
team.
W. Right. Great school.
How about you? You have your bracket done? I know Luke.
No, I don't. I'm not.
Your son Luke is huge on it, I'm sure.
He Sunday night had it all dialed in. I was at the airport. He called me, and he asked me if I would actually enter him into a couple of these sweepstakes, like at foxsports.com and all these different things, and plug it in. So I woke up this morning, and I thought, oh, my gosh, I didn't get these picks from him. I got up like 4:15 out here in Arizona, so I called him before he went to school, and I got all of his picks. As I promised him, I logged onto a couple of websites and registered his bracket. So he is fired up.
Would that come under the category of enabling?
Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. Chance to win a little cashola, I'll never begrudge you old boy that. Go out and earn it. But if you can win it every now and again, we'll take that too. Bingo.
I like it.
Or a bracket. What about Jim Day? Is Jim Day a bracket guy?
I've been a bracket guy.
Have you filled one out this year?
I have not filled out one yet. Although this year, I think I may just fill it out with a dartboard. So I think it's pretty much going to be chalk the whole way.
Oh, do you really?
No, I don't. But just mark it down. Like Kentucky's going to win it all. It's the battle for the runner-up. And I'm not it's not coming from a UK fan. Just mark it down.
I'll remember that from both of you guys.
Well, it's not going out on the limb or anything.
In pursuit of perfection. And it all gets started tonight. And then in high gear on Thursday, you see Bearcats in the NCAA tournament. They'll go up against Purdue. I mean, you look around Reds country, it is mind-boggling. The number of teams in Reds country, if you just took Cincinnati as the ground zero and about 100-mile radius. Ohio State, Cincinnati, Xavier, Dayton, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisville, West Virginia. It is mind-boggling how many teams are in the tournament, and 2 of them from our city, as is generally the case every year with UC and X. It's exciting.
Your dad calls this the most exciting month of the year.
Yes. I disagreed with him on that.
Might disagree, but it's pretty good.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's pretty good.
Awesome.
I guess technically, isn't the final 4 games, aren't those in the month of April?
Yes. A ball in the air to left field off the bat of Mesoraco will back up Brantley. Got turned the wrong way, but then rights his ship and is able to haul it in to end the inning. Reds get another run, and they lead midway through it 4-0.
Hamilton, Devin Mesoraco and Sam LeCure hosted 100 local kids for the program that saw over 625,000 participants last year. This year, the finalists will compete during the All-Star Week festivities in Cincinnati. And I imagine that perhaps they asked Devin Mesoraco about catching Aroldis Chapman. The missile takes the hill, boys.
All right, Aroldis, who has been extended on a number of outings so far this year, getting more than just 1 inning of work. And Brian Price has talked about how he believes that is important so that Chapman is able to work on some of his other pitches besides just that 100-plus average mile-per-hour fastball. Gives him a chance to work on his changeup that'll throw from time to time, that slider. His last 2 outings, each of those, he's gone 2 innings out of the bullpen. But what a game again for another Red starter. I mean, you know, look, we brought up earlier, you may not be able to put any stock at all, or, you know, how much of it you can put in spring training, and as we talked about the month of September. But one thing we all agree on, you feel a lot better when guys are doing things well than walking around all the time and saying, well, it's only spring training, I'm not worried about it, I'm just working on a few things. And this Reds pitching staff has been unbelievable so far in the spring.
So really what you're saying is that if you have to have meaningless stats, you might as well have good meaningless stats rather than bad meaningless stats. And I agree. I like the fact that they're throwing strikes, but I think all around this Cactus League, the run production is down. We're seeing a lot of quick games. We're seeing low-scoring games. Reds lost a one-hitter over in Mesa against the Cubs the other day when Kristen Orfia provided the Cubs with a home run. He only hit the Reds gave up.
Broken bat roller by Gomes, cut off by Frazier. And Chapman takes care of the first batter he faces here in the fifth. Mike Leake, 4 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball. He allowed hits consecutively with 1 out in the 3rd inning and then got Jason Kipnis to end the inning on a 4-6-3 double play.
You know, you talk about Johnny Cueto a lot, top of the rotation guy, free agent year for Cueto. Can the Reds sign him? Will they attempt to sign him? You know, but Mike Leake's in the same situation. And we talked at the very onset about the young pitchers that might be penciled on to this starting opening day, not the opening day lineup, but the opening day roster. Raisel Iglesias and Michael Lorenzen. You know, one of the ways you think of that, Tom, is that if you have a possibility of losing both those pitchers at the top of your rotation and the only holdover you have would be Homer Bailey, you can't have 4 rookies next year. You got to bring some guys up now. Maybe that's one reason in their thinking is to let's go down and use these minor leagues, especially when you have quality pitchers like Iglesias and Michael Lorenzen.
And right behind them, the #1 ranked prospect in the Reds organization, at least according to Baseball America, Robert Stevenson, certainly further ahead in terms of where he is in the minor leagues in the system, and where he is production-wise would be Nick Travieso.
Yeah. David Holmberg came up and availed himself very well when he pitched for the Reds in September. Had a really bad start the first couple of times he came up. Had 1 start, sent him back, 1 start, sent him back. But after he kind of got his feet situated a little bit, threw the ball very well. Amir Garrett is a guy, a big, tall left-hander with a basketball background that they really like the progress he's made. He's got a little ways to go, but you know, they have some arms and they're up and coming, and they're not at A-ball anymore. They're on the verge of being major leaguers, maybe a year away, maybe 3 months away.
Well, I know after watching Holmberg last year that well, he really caught your eye. I remember that last year. That one driven into right center field off the bat of Larry Chisenhall. He has that ball a long way, and that'll be a stand-up double. And Garrett's another guy that's really caught your eye. Amir Garrett.
I heard a lot about Amir Garrett as a reliever in the minor leagues. He was a guy that really never played baseball because he was always a basketball player. He's about 6'5", 6'6", played at St. John's, and never really devoted much time to baseball. But now that he's full-time, he's gotten kind of a late start. So he's a little bit behind, I think, everybody else at that age. But still, you know, when you're left-handed and you're 6'6", if you can throw with a downward plane, and he's a little bit of a short armer, but he can get that ball where he wants to. That's the kind of thing that's hard to teach.
Brett Hayes now the batter. And a fastball down low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, did you happen to hear about the water balloon ambush that the front office people from the Indians pulled on Brad Mills and Terry Francona?
No.
Mills is the bench coach for Terry Francona. He's been with him a long time.
Yes, he has.
Well, every day on the way back from the complex here, from the big stadium to the complex, most of the Indians people walk because it's maybe a half a mile at the very most. It's about a mile down to the Reds complex, and most of those guys get a shuttle. So Terry Francona and Brad Mills hop in a little bit of like one of these Gator trucks, but they have a cooler in the back of the truck. And as they're driving down the road, they throw water balloons at the front office operatives, including the general manager. So
That's great.
they get together, the front office, and they decided they're going to have a little retribution right here, a little payback. So yesterday on the way back, Brad Mills and Terry Francona didn't see any of the normal targets that they normally see every day. And they wondered where they were. And they finally saw one of the guys near the entrance to the clubhouse, and they got water balloons out. And just as they did, up from behind cactuses and cars and trees are all the other ones. And they just got pelted and soaked with water balloons, buckets of water as they try to come in the clubhouse. So that's the way they pay them back in Indians country.
Might try that in the booth this summer.
Mass exodus here from Goodyear Ballpark. 4-0 Reds, top of the 6th inning, and the baseball world still buzzing over the appearance of Will Ferrell this past week, where he played 10 different positions for 10 different teams all in one day. There you see him in the Reds dugout. It was quite the treat for Reds players. He played third base and got no action down there at third, but the half inning that he played for the Arizona Diamondbacks, whom the Reds were playing that day, well, it was eventful because the Reds peppered him 3 shots to left field, including Kyle Skipworth was one of those, and David DeJesus Jr., and I talked to both of them, and they said there is no way that they were going to make the history books by being thrown out from left field by Will Ferrell. Each one of them, though, took an extra base. It was all kinds of fun on that day. And for those asking, and many people have asked on social media, how did the players receive it? They were very much into it. In fact, they think Major League Baseball should do more things like that in spring training.
Well, especially when they are for a good cause. Many may remember, and many in Reds country may not, because the Reds were training in Florida when it occurred out here in Arizona a number of years ago, when, of course, the biggest name in all of country music, Garth Brooks, was playing for the San Diego Padres during spring training out here, all to raise money for charity. But, I mean, he, would take part in everyday drills and activities as a normal minor league player would each and every day. He totally committed himself and immersed himself into being a player, Chris, that particular spring. Ferrell's doing it for, what, a television show, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's a charitable endeavor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I think both of them were charitable endeavors. I think Will Ferrell said that he raised just short of $1 million for, I think, for cancer research. I'm not sure what Garth Brooks, that charity was, but he was involved every day. I mean, he was came out to early camp, took ground balls. I mean, he was a guy that really kind of fashioned himself as somewhat of a high-level baseball player, and he found out when he got to camp that may not have been quite as high as he thought. But he was the hottest name in country music at the time he did that. Mark Zebchinski is the new pitcher.
We saw him for a number of years, about 2.5 years after he came over from Toronto to the St. Louis Cardinals in 2011. Was there in 12 and again in 13, and then he just got him out of town. He did not pitch well at all for the Cardinals.
No, but this matchup has happened before. Well, the Indians are shifting Jay Bruce. They've got the third baseman just off the bag, quite a bit off the bag at third. Everybody else on the right side of the infield or short right. I thought the comments Jay Bruce were interesting about the shift. They press the vest. So, all right, what are you going to do? Are you going to change your hitting? Because he did hit a solid single to left center field one of his earlier games. Sure. And they said, all right, are you going to now, begin to do that? And his answer was, no, I'm not. I'm not going to change my stance at all. This is what got me here. This is the type of hitter I am. If I hit it right, they're not going to catch it. And I'm really wondering inside, that's probably the right answer to say, because you don't want to put everybody on alert that I'm going to start dropping bunts down and I'm going to start hitting the ball the other way. Let them learn that after he sees it a few times. I hope that Jay will embrace that from time to time, because it's certainly a way to get on base when your team needs you on base in certain circumstances.
Zach Cozart now the batter, and he looks at a strike. Cozart is lined out to right, flied out to center, 0 for 2. Reds have 5 hits, 4 runs. Cleveland no runs, 3 hits. Talk about Zebchinski. The Cardinals just said that's enough. In 2013, he pitched in 11 games and in 10 innings gave up 9 runs. So off he went to the Indians for infielder Juan Herrera. Well, the rest of that year with Cleveland, his ERA was under 1. And then last year pitching 77, 73 games and had a very low ERA and a very good year as Cozart bangs a 2-out single into left.
Yeah, one of these guys, you nickname him the left-handed, the loogie, left only, one guy reliever, and so he pitched in 73 games last year, but only totaled a 46 innings. So you're coming in really to face the lefty. So he gets Bruce. You give up a hit to the righty Cozart. Now you've got another left-hander coming up here in Lutz.
Now let me ask you, Chris. You were a guy where the fast track. You made your way through the Yankee system, and you got out a chance to finally get into the major leagues. And, when you're a minor league pitcher or player, and what I'm ultimately getting to now is Donald Lutz. I mean, look, this is a smart guy. He's a good guy, sharp guy, right? We know that. He looks around, and he's like, where am I going in the Reds organization right now? I would imagine that has to be pretty tough on a young fella as he shoots that one into center field, and going first to third is Cozart. So back-to-back hits with 2 away for the Reds here in 6.
So I think maybe part of your question is that he's primarily a first baseman, and the guy ahead of him, Joey Votto, signed for 10 more years. So where are you going at first base? Nowhere. He went down to winter ball, played in Mexico this last winter, and played primarily outfield because he realized that you're going nowhere as a first baseman here. You got to be versatile enough. And then the Reds go out and sign Brennan Bosch, outfielder by trade, but also can play a little first base. They've used, like today, Christopher Negron in left field. Chris Dominguez has played out there in the outfield. So Donald Lutz has got to be wondering, if I don't make this team, I have been in the big leagues last couple of years for cups of coffee. That's better than not playing at all. Sure. So, he's still only 26 years old. But if you're the Reds, I think that's where the decision, begins to become important. He's taken a roster spot on the 40-man roster. How much do you expect as far as contributions this year? Could you package him with a couple of other players, move him somewhere, and maybe get one player in return that may fit into your plan a little bit better?
And give him another chance, hopefully, to go somewhere and get the opportunity to play.
Tremendously strong, great young man, works hard. Not a lot you can say bad about Donald Lutz.
No, there is not. He is a fine young man. They grow a count of 2-1. Zepchinski now facing the right-handed batter. And a bouncer right at third. They'll go the short way. And they just do get the out. 4-0. Reds in front of the Tribe. Landscape here in Arizona, the Grand Canyon State. You jump in a car and ride a little less than 3.5, 4 hours and make your way to the Grand Canyon. Of course, I know, Chris, you've had a chance to get up to Sedona and some of those places. I hear there is this brand new zip line place, and I looked at it. Rick Stowe, as soon as I walked in the Reds clubhouse yesterday. Rick has young kids like we do. As there's a strike to Michael Bourne. He said, hey, man, have you heard about this place in Flags? I said, I love Flagstaff, but what are you talking about? He said, this zip line place. You have to take your kids up there when they come out here for spring break.
Really?
And, man, after watching that video, because, you know, that's a – they have mountains up there, you know, 10, 11,000 feet. And so I guess through some of this, they've created this zip line park. I can't wait to see it. Going lined into center field off the bat of Bourne. He can really run. But he'll slam on the brakes after a leadoff single. I figured you would have been up there by now. That's right up your alley.
Have not been up there. I am planning, though, and my two of my daughters are coming down during their spring break. And we've already reserved a sunrise hot air balloon ride.
Ooh.
So
Wow.
I'm really fired up about that.
Like I said, that's right up your alley.
Yeah.
Well, we understand the great Mario Soto is standing by with our Jim Day down in the dugout. So let's send it down to Jim Day every day.
Indeed. We need to preface it with the great Mario Soto. Perhaps the best changeup this game has ever seen. How is it for you? How rewarding is it to work with these players in spring training? Because I've been around long enough. I can tell the ones that they really, really listen to and the ones they really, really respect. And you are one of those guys.
Well, I've been here for almost 10 years now, and, you know, I'm spending so much time with these guys. like you say, it's one of those guys, they're going to listen to you. And the good thing is most of those guys, I visited them during the season. So those minor league guys coming up, they get some questions, they ask some questions, and I got pretty good answer for them.
Particularly the Latin guys seem to just sponge all the information they can off you. What are your impressions of Aroldis Chapman and the progression that he's made with his pitching repertoire?
Well, he's come a long way. You know, he's the first couple of years, they don't know if we're going to be a starter or reliever. And you know that I wanted him the first month in AAA. I spent that month with him. And now he's just becoming, one of the best in the business because he's working on it. And he's not just a fastball pitcher anymore. He's working on a changeup, which is he's happy with it. And his slider, he's just throwing it. So he's working the things that he needs to work, and things are I'm showing.
Who are some young pitchers that are standing out in your eyes right now in this camp?
Well, everybody, I guess, had the idea right now, but I think Michael Lawrence and we worked a lot last year. He changed his mechanic, and that guy is amazing right now. John Mosca is the kid that's going to be in Cincinnati pretty soon. Iglesias, everybody's talking about Iglesias. He's working on little things that he needs to work on it, and he's looking good.
Well, we always appreciate your time. You're one of those smiling faces that's always a pleasure to see, and I know that the information you give these guys is invaluable, and we are so glad that you come back each and every year.
My pleasure, guy.
All right, Dom and Chris, who knows in the 80s if this guy would have been on some better Reds teams, the numbers he would have put up. Wow.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. It's just a shame. We often talk about the guys that don't ever get a chance to play in a World Series, the great players. The late, great Ernie Banks is one of the first names that comes to mind. But there are players during the history of baseball, and Soto would be one of them, who pitched for so many bad teams year after year, or played for bad teams year after year. And thus, what they were able to do was so frequently overshadowed by just the continuous losing year after year, in this case of the Reds during that lost decade. In the air to right, Jay Bruce, a nice sliding catch. And boy, a lot of topspin on it. All of a sudden took a nosedive straight down, and Bruce able to stay with it.
Boy, he really went after this ball, and you can see at the very last moment had to get down there to dive for it. What a safer way of going down right there. That was the way years ago Jay Bruce broke his wrist at Shea Stadium in New York, coming in to dive for a ball that was falling right in front of him. Got the glove caught in the grass, and it kind of pulled his wrist under. Silly, top-notch right fielder. It may sound funny, but this is the type of inning that the Reds staff really wants to see out of Aroldis Chapman every once in a while in spring training. You want to see a guy get a couple of runners on base, and your release point's not perfect that day, and you're not really just hitting the corners, and it's a little bit of a struggle. Maybe you're going through a little bit of a dead arm period, and you got to force yourself through it.
Pretty sharp slider right there.
Well, even on a bad day, that slider is better than 95% of the rest of the sliders out there.
Well, that takes care of Mr. Santana for the second out. Second strikeout for Aroldis Chapman in this his second inning of work.
Well, after missing with a couple of sliders, I imagine Brandon Moss is looking for good old number one right here.
Swung on and fouled out of play on a 3-1 pitch, and that'll run the count full to Brandon Moss. Reds lead 4-0. Indians batting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning with 2 on and 2 out against Chapman.
Yeah, against Chapman, you know, getting what you're looking for is one thing, but getting on top of it is a whole nother story.
And there's strike 3 called, and Moss knew it. So there you have it. Chris painted the picture about getting Chapman in a tough spot. Well, he delivers the goods, spanning the final 2.
Arrive early on Wednesday, April 8th, and enjoy Reds opening night. See your 2015 Reds walk the red carpet in the fan zone and enjoy the first post-game fireworks show of the season. For tickets, call 513-381-REDS. Visit select Kroger locations or reds.com/tickets. Go back upstairs, boys. That opening night has become quite the event. Not quite opening day, but very, very close. And we will be donning tuxes once again on that night.
Yeah, Jim Day, that is the only day that or night that I can actually get you to wear, and not even me getting you to wear, but you're wearing a bow tie.
Well, I cannot pull off the bow tie look like you do.
I have a green light up St. Patrick's Day bow tie sitting right here on our desk, and I did not see it before the game, but I'll give it to you for your goings on this evening. How's that?
Please do. I will go out on the town, but again, I can't sport the bow tie like you do. It just does not look good on me, as if anything looks good on me, but that's another point.
Ivan De Jesus Jr. takes over at the plate, and there's a look. Chris, you were kind enough to bring those bow ties on this Bow Tie Tuesday, and Fox Sports Ohio provided the lovely green shirts.
Well, Bow Tie Tuesday will live on again this year, Tom. Hope to have you join on board on those days in which you'll be working with me on Tuesday.
Very debatable. Very debatable, but as you know, I'm at least an open-minded to it.
I know.
Yes,
and
yes.
That encourages me.
Where Jim Day is not. That certainly has been a precedent set already, that he does not even remotely consider the idea of donning a bow tie, right or wrong.
You're right, and I've tried every different type of method, short of threats of force. Have you come in there to take care of my light work?
That's exactly right. That's exactly. I'm always happy to do it. Of course, Ivan De Jesus, his father played in the major leagues for a long, long time.
Really fine shortstop. I played against him, Tom, when he was with the Chicago Cubs.
And he has a lot of very good friends in and around Cincinnati, does his father. And he does a lot of work with some youth baseball teams I know out on the east side of town. I've seen him from time to time throwing batting practice. Well, he looks like he could still play right now.
Keeps himself in great shape.
Ivan grew up in Puerto Rico. That's where his father hails from. Played from 1974 to 1988. Chris mentioned the Cubs, Dodgers, Phillies, Cardinals, Yankees, Giants, Tigers.
Well, Ivan Jr., like his father out of Puerto Rico, Ivan Jr. now 27 years old. Dodgers drafted him in the second round in 2005 out of the American Military Academy in Puerto Rico. Broke in as a rookie with the Dodgers in 2011. Played bits and pieces of a couple of years there, and also has played with the American League Boston Red Sox.
Reds have made changes all over the batting order with the exception of the man in the on-deck circle, Skip Schumacher. He started the game as a DH, and he'll stay there. Well, we'll let you know as they come to the plate. Three and two on De Jesus Jr. And Allen delivers. Straight up in the air, foul territory. This appears to be playable. And it is. That'll be out number one here in the Reds' seventh inning. Reds scored in the second inning. They got a solo home run, long home run by Todd Frazier. They got a home run by Negron leading off the third. A two-out or a one-out triple by Schumacher. And he wound up scoring on a wild pitch, a 2-run third to make it 3-0. And then in the fifth, Negron right in the middle of all of it again. A single. A pickoff attempt went down the right field line, sending Negron on to third. He scored on a single through the middle by Billy Hamilton. Mike Leake, terrific here today. 4 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball. Walked to batter fan 3. And Aroldis Chapman has gone the last 2. Schumacher to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. Tucker Barnhart will get his first at bat of the spring. You know, when you and I were here at the very beginning of spring training, we did the second and third games of Cactus League play for the Reds. Both of them were against the Indians. And it seemed like there was a lot of talk very early on in camp. I remember you talking about it. You know, would the Reds entertain the idea of keeping 3 catchers? You don't hear much of that anymore.
No, you don't. And I'm sure that Tucker Barnhart wished that that was still in the conversation. And one of the reasons why you would, because you would have a left-handed hitting second catcher coming off the bench in Brian Pena. And if you use him early in the ball game, you essentially have no catcher to back up Devin Mesoraco, so that's why you would carry Barnhart. But we really haven't heard much of that. That was speculation. You know, now that they've got some other guys that they have their eyeballs on, like Brennan Bosch, left-handed hitter, outfielder, he could come off the bench. And I think that may be coupled with the fact that Tucker has always been known as a tremendous defensive player. In fact, he won the Gold Glove in the minor leagues a few years ago as the best defensive catcher in all of the minor leagues. But he's having a little bit of a rough spring defensively. Throwing the ball, catching the ball. Really not what we normally expect out of Tucker, and people hope that just a little bit of rest on him.
2-2 on Barnhart. Back where it came from. That'll knock off some of that rust you were talking about. 2-out single by Tucker. Eugenio Suarez, we talked about earlier, young man who came over in the Alfredo Simon deal from the Tigers. He was their everyday shortstop for the better part of 2 months last season. And there are a lot of people all around baseball that very much like this young man's future. He has had a tremendous spring, especially swinging the bat. And that one gets away from the catcher, and that'll send Barnhart into scoring position. Suarez has 7 hits in 21 at-bats. 2 doubles, a triple, a home run. And he has the second most runs batted in this spring on the club with 5. A chance to match Jay Bruce right here and right now for the team lead in runs batted in with a base hit. Good eye there, 2-0.
Well, he's only 23 years old, and I think the Reds, you know, when they made that deal with Alfredo Simon going to Detroit, they wanted to get, you know, something back that would have some residual help for them, and I think Suarez is in that category.
Ball hit hard, sinking liner, but that will end the inning.
It's a good swing right there. We'll be back. Reds up 4-0 over the Indians after this.
the bases, getting to know these players, we asked Burke what his favorite sport is besides baseball.
Favorite sport to watch on TV?
College football.
Really?
Yeah, Ohio State fan. Yeah.
I love you even more.
Yeah, man.
Can I give you an OH?
I know, absolutely.
See, you just endeared yourself to the audience again.
There you go, Tom Brenneman. He endeared himself to you as well. Big old OH, and he gave an IO
absolutely.
Right on back. Of course, the Ohio-born and raised Burke Badenhop.
Yes, he is. Same hometown, same high school as longtime Major League World Series winning manager Jim Leyland. And that was a team that Badenhop, if I'm not mistaken, was originally drafted by the Detroit Tigers.
You're right, 19th round, 2005. They got him out of college. He went to Bowling Green State, where he played for one of my first ever roommates in pro ball, Danny Schmitz, who was still there.
On the ground, Jan Gomes was thrown out by the shortstop Suarez. One away. Now, Badenhop, you know, has had 3-4 really good years in the major leagues, including last year with Boston. Most of his major league playing time, pitching time, came with the Marlins down in Miami. He has had a hard time getting people out so far this spring. Now, granted, it's only 4 innings. Well, I beg your pardon, only an inning and 2/3 has allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned runs.
Doesn't bother me a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the body work that he's done in the major leagues, you know, you just turn the page on that. You know, for a reliever, you know, you can't even think about earned run average until you get up around 100 innings, and very few of those guys throw 100 innings. So there's got to be other ways to gauge what he's been doing. One thing you look at with Burke Badenhop is he getting the ball down the zone, and is he getting ground balls? So far in 2 batters he's faced here, 2 outs, 2 ground ball outs. I mean, he's a workhorse because he is a very durable pitcher. 70 games last year for Boston. 63 games a year before that. Also pitched to Tampa Bay, 60 games, 63, something like that. So, you know, he's a guy that's going to be in a lot of ball games for you.
Adam Moore comes off the Indians bench to face Badenhop here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Indians only 4 base hits. 2 of them came consecutively against Leake in the 3rd inning. A double play ball got him out of a 2-on, 1-out jam. And Lonnie Chisenhall had a double against Aroldis Chapman. Michael Bourne with a base hit against Chapman, but Chapman with 2 on and nobody out in the 6th inning, got a line out, and then back-to-back strikeouts against Santana and Moss. And here we are with Badenhop on the mound in the 7th. Swing and a miss, and that will do it. 4-0 Reds. We go to the 8th.
News and features from here in Goodyear, Arizona on the Reds Weekly Spring Training Edition. Comes up on Monday, 10 o'clock on Fox Sports Ohio. Jim Day sat down with the newest Reds outfielder, Marlon Byrd, with an extended interview. We've talked to all sorts of players in and around the Reds organization. We're bringing you kind of the inside scoop of what's going on right here in the Reds clubhouse in Goodyear, Arizona. That is Reds Weekly Spring Training version, Monday at 10 o'clock p.m. Fox Sports Ohio. Now the new pitcher coming in for the Indians is a left-hander, Scott Downs, a veteran. And he will face the Reds' newest first baseman, Chad Wallach. Wallach acquired in that trade with the Detroit Tigers that brought Eugenio Suarez over. 97 games last year at the A-ball level for Chad Wallach, the son of a very fine major leaguer, Tim Wallach, who's now the third base coach for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And Wallach takes a strike. And my man Tom Brenneman's back.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
How's that spread over there in the owner's suite?
I still have not made my way over there. You know what I'm really hoping will happen is maybe the staff up on this level is a little bit busy right after the game. Maybe there's a big group in one of the other boxes. Right? And maybe they're anxious to clean that one up a little bit faster than Mr. Castellini's box.
So that you can clean up the other one.
Right. Yeah. Very nice. That would be a really good idea. Chad Wallach to be followed by Jesse Winker. And then we'll move right through this Reds batting order. Seth Mahias-Breen will bat third in the inning. We're in the eighth. 4 runs, 8 hits for the Reds. No runs, 4 hits for the Indians. Tony Cingrani beginning to get loose in the Reds bullpen. Now, for those of you that weren't with us earlier, the last 72 hours, I don't know if the word shocking would be accurate to describe what Tony Cingrani might be feeling. Surprise certainly would have to be a word that would be part of the vocabulary. He came here with every intent after a sensational 2013 as a rookie starter for the Reds. And things did not go his well, either production on the mound, primarily due to injury in 2014. He fully prepared himself, knowing that Latos was traded, Simon was traded, to bouncing back healthy again and getting a chance to be a part of the Reds starting rotation. And all of that was true until roughly 72 hours ago, when he was told by Brian Price that we're going, in essence, in another direction. You will now start working out of the bullpen. Lysel Iglesias will now start being stretched out as a starter. And at least for the time being, Cingrani is not in the Reds' plan to win one of those starting rotation spots.
And he's not happy about it. I don't think he made any bones about it that he was not in a good mood after they told him that, because he thought he was going to be in the run for a starting rotation. That's where he wants to be. I think that's where everybody wants to be. And probably in the case of Tony Cingrani, he looks at going to the bullpen as a demotion. Which is nowadays completely wrong. It's not a demotion, and I think from the Reds standpoint, it solves a number of problems, and I think it's a good, solid move on the part of the Reds. It helps Tony Cingrani get back to where they want him to be. Confident with his pitches, throwing his pitches well, developing his other stuff, but also being able to come out in short spurts and dominate using that dominating fastball, which has got him, to the major leagues. And then it also solves the Reds' problem of having another left-hander in the bullpen. Because right now, Manny Parra really is the only left-hander that they were actually considering as keeping on this ball club. They did have Ryan Denick. Denick had a very good spring, but they sent him down, despite the fact that he threw some pretty good ball while he was up here. He's a guy in the wings waiting. But in the meantime, I think that they're looking for another left-hander, and the best way to solve all the problems was put Cingrani in the pen.
Straight away center field off the bat of Jesse Winker, and that is out number 2. And for those of you that are yelling at the television, there may not be many of you, but for those of you that are, Chris is well aware, we are well aware, that Aroldis Chapman is a left-handed reliever, but he is the closer.
Yeah, so you don't use him, obviously, as a setup man where you would play matchups in the 6th, 7th, or 8th inning. You know, there's an old saying about in baseball is that if you only have one left-hander in the bullpen, you might not, you really shouldn't have any at all, because you're either going to wear him out by using him too much or warm him up too early in the game to be able to come back later in the game to use him, and you don't know where to use him. So rather than go with, you know, maybe a right-hander with great stuff, they go with Cingrani, who's a left-hander with great stuff, but is still trying to learn his way to become a veteran. I think this is going to be a move that will help Tony Cingrani in the long run. I really do.
1-1 on Mejias. Is it Breen or Brian? Do you happen to know?
It was Seth
Okay.
Mejias Breen. He was a minor league hitter of the year a couple of years ago.
Yes.
We had a number of conversations during Reds Fest, not just last year, but the year before last.
I mean, Rick Stowe's got to do some work to get that across. Take a look at that. Got to be broad-shouldered. 24 years old. Grew up just down the road in Tucson, Arizona. Drafted in the 8th round in 2012. Boy, he was on the fast track. Chris talked about 2013. He went from single A to double A and then stubbed his toe for the first time last year trying to go single A, double A. Streaming sports service now available. Join the millions of subscribers. Watch every out-of-market game live in true HD on over 400 devices. Visit MLB.tv for details. Of course, with the season started, that is so nice to have, that MLB.tv premium. You're dialed into that.
You better believe it.
And here is the aforementioned Tony Cingrani.
Well, Cingrani, 25 years old. Pitched 3 games for the Reds when he was a 22-year-old. Then he had that big year for the Reds, won 7, lost 4 in 2013 in only 18 starts. And he struck out 120 batters in 104 innings that year, and everybody had pretty much pegged him to be a part of this rotation forever. Last year, plagued with some arm problems, some control problems, ended up being 2-8. Had some shoulder issues. Comes back into camp after working hard this winter to try to build his shoulder strength up, and figured he was going to nail down a spot in the rotation. And we talked about all the reasons why he's been put down in the bullpen, and I would imagine with his stuff and his arm, it would be an easy transition.
Soft liner down to first base off one hop, and Wallach will handle that one away. You know, you look at Cingrani as such a young man, and Chris said 25 years old. I mean, you're talking about a guy who has really done a lot of very special things in the short amount of time, so you can understand his frustration. And what I'm talking about is, some of you may remember, Cingrani is the only pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball. Now think about that for a minute. Of all the pitchers in the history of the game, he is the only one to begin a career with 22 starts without allowing more than 5 hits in any of those appearances. He is the second pitcher in Major League history to go his first 24 starts without allowing 6 hits or more. Now, in the grand scheme of things, what's all that mean? 22 starts, 24 starts? I don't know. Time will tell. But you can understand his perspective if indeed he's upset, and he has every right to be upset. He's entitled to his opinion. That I'm 25, I wasn't healthy last year, why not me? But he's not done that.
Well, I think, you know, the progression of a starting pitcher, and you touched on it earlier, how the Reds have really wanted Tony to develop one of those off-speed pitches. And right now, I think there's still a debate out there as to what is his best off-speed pitch. Is it a changeup? Is it a slider? Is it a curveball? There's some speculation that maybe the curveball that he's tried to use over the years has led to some of the shoulder problems, just on the basis of his arm angle and his arm swing. He's always been, in pitching vernacular, very long with his arm. He gets his hand out of his glove, and he really extends his arm back there. And he made an adjustment when he was in college to shorten up his delivery. And all of a sudden, his velocity went from the mid-80s to the mid-90s, and then became a prospect. So when you come up and you dominate with one pitch the way Tony Cingrani did, you know, the next step is to try to get him to develop something else, so that on those days he doesn't have that that super fastball, he can go to something else and begin to trick him. And, you know, you start having some shoulder issues, and then it's hard to learn a pitch because it hurts. You're trying to pitch through it. He's a guy that kept quiet for a long time when his arm was barking a little bit, because he's a gamer. I mean, this guy wants it as much as anybody. And that's another reason why he might be very good in the bullpen with the game on the line. I think it really fits a number of things. Number one, it helps the Reds bullpen. Number two, I think it'll help Tony Cingrani in the long run.
And there's strike 3 called on the inside corner. 2 up, 2 down for Tony Cingrani here in the Cleveland 8th.
And if you're the Reds, you don't really care what it is that motivates Cingrani. Is it anger? Is it determination to show these guys they made the wrong decision? Who cares? All you want is the results of a guy that throws the ball like he just did in that last pitch.
One of the most vivid pictures that many of you will recall, and certainly I recall, from that 2012 season when the Reds just had an unbelievable team. It's still stunning they lost that playoff series, leading 2-0 to the Giants. But remember the first time Cingrani came in out of the bullpen, and that shot of his face that we had, I believe it was against the Pirates. Sellout crowd. Ballpark rocking as the Reds were zeroing in on winning the divisional championship, and Cingrani just came in and was dealing out of that bullpen. Pitched in 5 games out of the bullpen, did Cingrani in 13. And there is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Well, if that is a taste of Cingrani out of the pen, tastes pretty good. McDonald's, you can guarantee your Nasty Boys triple bobblehead. Get 6 free McDonald's extra value meals. Plus, take 5 additional games of your choice, including Super Saturdays featuring 9 bobblehead days. Call today, 513-765-7500. Some of the youngsters enjoying that lawn area out there in straightaway center field. They have a whole fleet of them out there now doing it.
That is Jeff Manship. Right-handed pitcher. I guess it's only appropriate to bring Manship in here on St. Patrick's Day. After all, a legitimate Irishman. He went to the University of Notre Dame. That's where the Minnesota Twins grabbed him in 2006. And that ball falls.
And in standing up is Steven Selski of the Reds. He hit that ball a long way, and it fooled the outfielder.
Holt thought he had that ball. It just looked like it went right off the tip of his glove, and Selski ends up on third.
Some of these players that we have virtually not seen at all are getting a chance to play here in the final couple of innings of this one in Goodyear. Bo Amaral, the batter, infield in for the Indians. Good breaking ball there. Of course, you mentioned University of Notre Dame. They too will be playing in the NCAA men's basketball tournament after winning the Atlantic Coast Conference Championship, as Amaral is struck out. The throw down to first will take care of that for the first out of the inning. I tell you what, Saturday potentially has to be a chance to be a fun night in Reds country.
Tell me about it.
If Kentucky wins its first game of the tournament, which everybody would say that would be like 1,000,000,000 shot, whoever it is they play.
I'll take those.
And if Cincinnati would beat Purdue in the first game, Cincinnati would play Kentucky on Saturday in round 2 of the tournament. My, that would be a fun
nice
night
to watch.
Fastball high to Ivan De Jesus Jr. I mean, everybody that plays Kentucky, right? I mean, you know, your chances are, the odds are so long, but it's just that one shot. You never know. You dream about it when you're a kid because everybody roots for the underdog. You have the one shot.
Very true.
You know? That's what makes it so exciting.
But in basketball, you know, it's so rare to see a #1 team, especially one who's undefeated like Kentucky, to even give another team a chance to get into it. In some other sports, maybe so, like baseball, for instance. All you need is one hot pitcher that one night. But in basketball, boy, that's a pretty tall order.
There's no doubt about it.
You found that out as an amateur coach last few years, coaching both your son and your daughter. Sometimes you're just outmanned.
Well, you know, that didn't happen very often. But it happened.
Or outgirled.
But that's right. But it did happen. It did happen. And, you know, tell them all the time. You got to learn how to win with class, and you certainly have to learn how to lose with class. There are good things that can come out of losing sometimes. And anybody who says otherwise, they have to be a robot. Because there are just certain things that you can learn. As the old adage goes, learning the hard way sometimes. 2-2 on Ivande Jesus Jr. One hopper right at third. Should be the second out. It is. Manchin's done a nice job after allowing the leadoff man to reach third on a misplay in center field. There are 2 outs. So, Chris, are you already anticipating getting fired up about opening day?
Absolutely.
We still do have a little ways to go.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? One of the best parts about opening day, obviously, you know, the game is a little bit later this year. I think it starts at 4 o'clock. But the festivities in Cincinnati start early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be a long day, but a fun day. I can't wait to participate in the parade. I love the Finley Market Parade. One of my favorite days of the year, no doubt about it.
So you are going to be in the parade again?
Oh, no, there's no doubt.
Okay, good, good.
I like to hoof the whole thing, actually.
So are you suggesting you want to walk it? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I walk it, sure. Well, you know, Jim Day and I walk it, or we get a little bit of ride sometimes. But I'll tell you, you know, Jim Day will not be there this year. So,
what do you mean he won't be there this year?
He's hosting parade coverage on Fox Sports Ohio, so he'll be in the booth, you know, as a host does. And I'm looking for a partner to walk in the parade with me. And I'm going to ask you right now, will you be my parade partner?
I don't know my assignment yet and what the powers that be might want me to do before the game that day, but I'll tell you right now, if I'm free, I will join you if I am.
I would be so honored.
Yes. Jim Day, are they bringing Katie Couric back to host the opening day parade with you that day?
That would be great because I'm going to need all the help I can get. This will be a first for me.
Well, I would imagine you got to be excited about that, right?
Oh, sure.
Now, where will you do that? I mean, will you be like in some platform that's built around Fountain Square or what?
Yeah.
Really? Are you serious?
No, yeah. I think we're going to be in some platform, and we're just going to be talking about the floats that come by, and I'm going to have to do some research on how you host a parade.
Well, believe me. I could probably give you some tips on that because I feel like I'm hosting, if not a parade, perhaps an insane asylum under a full moon certain days when we show up in the broadcast booth.
I'm with you there, but I can give you some tips on how to be in the parade with Chris Welsh because it is an art form.
Should I take that as a yes from you?
I told you I have to find out what kind of commitment that I have.
Oh, we'll get you out of those commitments.
The organization. It's hard to do oftentimes. There's a rocket down the third. We're on our way to the bottom of the ninth inning, but I'm going to look into it.
Is the Indians once again right here from Goodyear. Join us for Cactus League action at 4 right here on Fox Sports Ohio. Tucker Barnhart settles in to catch Tony Cingrani for the second inning. Big off-season for Tucker Barnhart. He is now the groom-to-be Tucker Barnhart because he is now engaged to his longtime girlfriend, now fiance. And he did it in Colorado, in which he was going to go up alongside of a mountain and ask her. For whatever reason, they closed the pass that day. He couldn't get up there, so he had to call a change-up, if you will. So he took one knee beside the fire pit, asked his bride-to-be, and she said yes. I asked him because I knew he was very nervous the first time he caught Aroldis Chapman. Which was more nerve-wracking, catching Chapman for the first time or asking someone to marry him? He said, no question. Asking someone to marry me. He was as nervous as can be.
Oh, absolutely.
But congratulations to both.
Congratulations to both is right. Tucker Barnhart last couple of years has been a part of the group that I've been fortunate enough to be on during the Reds Caravan, and what a terrific young man. Grew up in Brownsburg, Indiana. We've talked about it many times, just outside of Indianapolis. On the ground is second base, and Cingrani has faced 4 batters in this his first game out of the bullpen this spring. Retired all 4. Jim, to tie a ribbon around that opening day parade where you will be the host. Am I being told correctly that Tricia Mackey from Fox 19 is co-hosting with you on that event?
That is the last word I had. I don't know if that's official because I've been here in Arizona and quite frankly have not checked back in on it. But I think that was the plan. And if that happens, she will definitely be carrying me.
Well, that is quite a duo. Very talented lady. Jesus Aguilar. This big man here. Cingrani working out of the stretch. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. You wonder, our next telecast that Jim just talked about a moment ago, coming up in 9 days from now on March the 26th. Now you wonder, where are we going to be as far as the Reds and their roster, and you know what will crystallize into focus here in regard to Iglesias and Lorenzen, Cingrani. I mean, these are some of the big names and some of the big decisions the Reds are going to have to make. We brought up earlier, they know that Johnny Cueto and Mike Leake will be the first 2 starters the first 2 games of the year. Due to injury, Homer Bailey will miss Game 3. The Reds are hoping, believing for the time being, that will be the only start Homer Bailey would miss. You have off days and all that kind of thing, but to begin the year day 1, as there is strike 3 called for the second out here in the ninth. At least for the first turn through the rotation, the Reds right now need 3 starters. Who will they be?
Well, they got to like what they're seeing out of Tony Cingrani this afternoon, I'll tell you that. You know, the one thing we failed to mention is when Cingrani was drafted by the Reds out of college, he was a reliever, and they turned him into a starter, as you do with most guys with the best arms in the organization, so that they can develop their pitches. So he's back as a reliever now, maybe in some very familiar territory.
Oh, and 1 to Ryan Rayburn. On the ground, Cingrani gets the final 6 outs consecutively to nail it down in a 4-0 shutout. Well, what a pitching day again for Brian Price's team. Leake 4 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Chapman 2 innings. And Cingrani, sensational here today. And the Reds win it by a final count of 4-0. Bert Badenhop also gave him a 1-2-3 inning here today. All right, we'll look forward to seeing each and every one of you. We invite you to join us on March 26th. Again, it'll be the Reds and the Indians. That'll be our final spring training telecast leading up to opening day on Monday, April the 6th in Cincinnati. For Chris Welsh, our producer Josh Hall, our director Roy Alfers, Jim Day, and our entire crew. Tom Brenneman saying thanks so much for being with us, and have a great rest of your St. Patrick's today.